Hello, this is a game played in the PandaNet Team Championship where we were facing France, and I played on the second board against Tanguy LeCalve, one down professional. Well, I managed to win this game by 2.5 points, but I think I was a little bit lucky towards the end where I managed to catch these two stones in the center. Well, the game was mostly close pretty much the whole time, but at some point White was slightly ahead and I guess he could keep the lead before giving up the two stones. Anyway, let's check from the beginning. So in this game I was black and I tried an opening that's not so common anymore, because nowadays everybody's playing star points 3-4 and the early Sun invasion. So this was more like an experimental Fuseki to go for 3-3, which is territorial oriented, and 5-3 that goes for influence. And I was trying to, you know, caught my opponent off guard. But of course he's a professional and he doesn't get scared easily. So with this move, obviously White is trying the flying knife stuff like this, which can always be a mess. Let's check a simple variation. This one involves ladders. So White can just sacrifice the 3 stones in the corner in order to go for Moe on the outside. I think this was one of the basic variation of the flying knife Joseki when it came up a few years ago, but well, I prefer to avoid it. I don't want to lose the game early, so I just play simple, push and hane, and then keep the corner. Yeah, I was a bit surprised to see that White immediately no-B here, because normally White has options in the corner like playing the hane and double hane, or hane and inside cut, so he can wait a little bit. But yeah, I mean, it's a way to keep things simple. So I always have to push again at G18 in Sente, then take away the middle side extension like this, or high approach. Well, here Black can also invade San or play the approach from f3. So it's pretty much a matter of style or taste, but like general Fuseki theory is that if your opponent has a wall and he doesn't extend from it, then you take away his extension, and it's just easy to keep things simple like that. So White approach from the left side, that's fine. I didn't want to just extend to space, because in this position White can play the shoulder hit and attach, so he puts a lot of pressure on that group on the left side. Therefore, playing on the 4 line, I have easily I have easy access to the center, so that's why I play the D12 move, which is also a move that we see a lot in AI study. Yeah, White is taking the corner, so he goes for territory. This is another classic Joseki. Something interesting to notice here when we play this Joseki, usually in the books they show S1, like this would be the way to finish up the Joseki, to grab all the points in the corner, but this leaves some aji. Black can cut here and then hane, but these moves can be played as kotrets, or in some other positions where you have the stone at R8 and you don't want to let White push and cut, then Black will cut this way. So there's aji with both cuts, therefore White decided to play a move to remove that aji. Even if the corner is smaller, when he plays S3, I have almost no follow-up locally, no kotrets, nothing, so it's a very solid defense by White. Good to remember that thing. I play this peep thinking that White might cut at p5 and the ladder is good for him. So with this move, it's somewhat like a preparation for a ladder. It's more to break the ladder for White. So yeah, but in the same time, I'm also trying to attack the wall and make it, you know, feel meaningless. But of course, White just doesn't accept to connect on neutral points, it's too painful. So yeah, he plays with fighting spirit and resists a bit. Then with this jump, I'm still eyeing at the cutting point, so I hope White will connect, but of course he finds a way to counter it again with another peep. And in this case I jump here because this move is helping my group on the left side, and again I'm not afraid of the ladder, so it serves as support in that matter. Anyway, yeah, White cuts through, and then black extends for a base. So my stones are out. Yeah, white got a big point. Here I want to invade the left side or sun. So yeah, it's a nice move. Well, if I don't play dc6, for example, I was thinking maybe just jump here or some ogema to enclose the box. It feels too easy for white to play another move of c6 and enclose all that corner. Now it's very difficult to invade. So jump along. Yeah, interesting. I expected white to play the attach on top, and then we have this kind of variation. When he covers, I can just go in the corner and leave. And if he pushes like this, there's a pretty nice variation where black can trade. So just go down, sacrifice the left side, and catch this stone on the bottom. And here, white might need another move to make sure he kills those stones in the corner. Then, well, black will just play a big point. So, back to the original game. Yeah, with this move, white is taking the corner. And if I play away right now, I think white will play another move to make the corner even bigger. So, therefore, I jump and let white connect under on the second line, then cover to make some influence towards the center. Yeah, if white doesn't play that move and plays something, I don't know, here or whatever, at some point, black will go down, and it's quite large. But if he plays the Hane now, I don't have to worry, because already my stones are strong enough, so I decided to jump here. I was thinking to jump something like this, just to connect the bottom, but I'm pretty sure white will come around from the right side. And if I just work for my center like this, then he will put pressure here. And all of a sudden, nice moyo is going to appear for white on the right. So that's why I played the jump on the right side first, but of course now white will probably enter the bottom, which he did with a shoulder hit. And this is a pretty standard follow-up. Normally here I will just connect at M3, but then it's easy for white to fly out. So I decided to use my thickness, having this strong wall on the left side, and attack the group a little bit. So white plays a peep. It feels too submissive just to connect right away. So now I went for the M3 move to grab the territory on the bottom side. And the thing is, if white cuts directly, then I can come around and still keep the thickness on the right side. So yeah, white is finding ways to make eye shape and keep it flexible. Also, there's an interesting variation. I kept looking here to use the Aji in the corner at E3. I will show you in a second. So now, yeah, white is out and black grabs a big point. I can't allow him to put pressure at Q16. So the thing I was looking in the corner, but I never got to it, is this E3. But well, it's more like an endgame move. Well, if white simply goes down, I pull back and damage is done. I can play the peep here. He might do some Ataris, but eventually come back and connect. But if he tries to resist with this move, I can play Hane under, and if he goes Atari, I just connect. So I'm happy to reduce the corner like that. But white might resist with Atari and capture this stone. In which case I can go Atari, cut like this, Atari again, cut this way, go out, and then push one time and Atari like that. So this will result in a big co-fight, because if white connects here, I just cover and kill all the stones. I mean, well, most of them. But that's a disaster for white to connect under this way. So yeah, he will come out and then I gotta take the call. And I kept looking when to start this, but well, it feels a bit premature. Anyway, it's an interesting variation to keep in mind. So right now, the game is still super close and we are both taking big points. Yeah, this is a nice move. If black captures a stone, white will squeeze in the top, cover, and now black has to jump again to leave on the left side. So that would be a pretty nice trade for white, and white can get another big point. If black, however, plays Atari D18, white can Atari B19, in which case black has to go down, then Atari here, and it's a call. Because, well, I take the call, let's say white plays the call threat here, takes the call back. If I connect Atari again, then I gotta take the call. Let's check another call threat, maybe attach here. take this. And now if I don't play a quadrat big enough, white will just take, oh okay, this one, white will probably still answer. But if white captures here, my group in the top is dying too, so that's a pity. And this call can go in another way too. For example, when he plays here, I capture, he goes this way, I take, then quadrat, he takes back, and if I play here, he takes again, and if I answer, he covers in cente. Ouch, that's super painful. So therefore I played Atari under to avoid this messy call fight and just connect it, because now if I capture, we are back to the call. So that's a little detail to remember. Now here I think I played a bit too fast. When white turns the direction this way, I just bump to keep the top safe, but actually it's quite big to defend. I mean, anyway, white doesn't want to cut like this, because I will Atari from behind and separate these two stones in the middle with a lot of surrounding territory. So even though I can attack this group quite severely, well, it's difficult to kill it. And the game is still rather close. Here I had to pay attention. If I don't play this Atari, for example, I just connect when white hane, and I hane, he will cut me and catch the stone with a lot of surrounding territory on the right side. So that's why Atari first, then connect. Now if he takes the stone, I can stay connected. But of course he doesn't, because he needs to leave. Now here, yeah, this Kosumi is threatening the connection under, so if I play here, he will play this one. But it's still nice actually, because I get to play this move and just erase more points. I mean, well, white managed to save the group, but black also gained some points with S15. Well, the way I play this move is just to take away his connection, so still put pressure on the entire group, but it's hard to kill that group right now. So now we're back to endgame. I mean, we enter endgame. Yeah, that's such a big point. I wanted to cut, but when to play all these moves. This is a nice move to reduce the center. Okay. Then hane is natural. And with this move at G2, there is no more agi at E3, so all my fantasy variation is gone now. Then there were some problems here, therefore I protected to stay safe. White is very thick in the middle. Well, I played this exchange one time, so I can start attacking the group on the right. But white was alert on the I-shaped situation and eventually just leaves. This move is important, the no-B in the middle, to be safe. And if white ignores, let's say he plays this one, I have a cut, then Atari, Atari again, and all of a sudden the group is in danger. He needs to make eyes, because if he connects and I play here, he only has one eye and it's game over. So yeah, white knows that, therefore bamboo. Actually here it's very big for black to play this move, because on the left side white somehow be like 10 points, and if I jump here I can reduce it to almost 5 points, I would say. I think it's very dangerous if he lets me play another move here. Yeah, this is the way black will white will leave eventually. So I'm pretty sure we could both play a better endgame. Somehow I had the feeling I'm slightly ahead, 4 or 5 points, and whatever I play it's fine, but it's wrong. For example, this Atari is not necessary. It's better to connect the stone at J2, because white will never play here to destroy a point in Gote. So that Atari I can play later in the game. That was a bit hasty. Also, instead of K3, I can capture the stone on the right or play out the big points. Yeah. So here is the highlight of the game, where actually I think white somehow gave it back. Yeah, this push. Just connect here. If he connects this way, well, I might connect J2 and it's still a long game, but white might be a couple of points ahead. 1.5, 2.5. But now I took those stones with a lot of surrounding territory, and also white captured these stones, but I have a few extra points more. So that made the difference. And now it's really hard to come back for white. So from here on is just a small end game, and that's pretty much it. Let's fast forward these moves. Yeah, even here I think I messed up. Instead of trying to connect the two stones, it's better to capture these two, because this will give me some extra points on the bottom. Anyway, he's going to kill the two, and even if he plays another move here, it's just one extra point there, like h7. But when I capture two stones, I might have 2 extra points. Well, luckily it didn't change much, but yeah. It shows the lack of concentration when you play the game at 9-10 p.m. especially when it's played online. It's different than playing in a real tournament face to face. And yeah, these are the 1-2 points moves. So hopefully an interesting game to watch and replay, and lots of ideas to take away. Enjoy the review.